All right, fountain pen people, here we are again. Today is day 9 of the 2024 Inkvent. Find that one here, number 9. This one is called Wishing Tree, and it is a chameleon ink. Let's get this one out. So I just swatched this one up, and like a lot of the inks this year so far, it kind of defies explanation. It's kind of a greeny brown with this green to silver shifting shimmer. At least I think that, no, it's a copper again. Wow. And that may be the, so it's kind of a silvery green shimmer in one direction. And then when you shift to the light direction, it turns to a coppery color, which seems to be, wow, it's just, I don't know how they do that. It's a really interesting effect. And I want to mention that yesterday I really should have swatched Marley because I said it was just a gray ink. It is not a gray ink. I mean, it writes like a gray ink. In a pen, it kind of looks gray, but it's not. It's more of a combination of blue and reds that makes kind of this dusty purple color. But the two colors kind of separate even in the writing, giving you that multichromal effect that's so popular, or at least has been popular. This one's kind of doing the same thing, where it's kind of a green with this brown gold undertone. This one's still wet. You can see it that it's drying, and there's kind of that halo of a darker green with the brown on the inside. I don't know if that comes across really clearly in the camera or not, but this is a fun color. It'll be interesting to see how it comes out of a pen. And the pen this year, there's so many of these Diamine Inkvent inks that are that have shimmer in them that I'm really limited in what pens I can put them in, because I don't want to put them into like piston fillers or vintage sack filling pens. So I want to put them into pens that are cartridge converters, so they can easily be cleaned out. And this is one of them, and this one's kind of fun. This is an Empire Sabers Ascension pen. I picked it up, oh gosh, early in the year. And it comes in this case. It looks kind of like a, gun case or something. But it's, of course, very small, and it fits the pen in it nicely. This is a machined pen made out of aluminum and brass. It's aluminum, but then there are a couple of brass accents on it. And, of course, it looks like, the lightsaber, right? But it unscrews, and inside is a fountain pen. Now, it comes with a rollerball tip that is actually made out of aluminum, but this is an add-on for a fountain pen, which of course is a necessity for me. And ooh, see, very durable, made out of solid aluminum. And so you open it up, and inside there's a spring down here that would push the rollerball refill up. So it limits you on what size of a converter you can put in there. This is a slightly less than full-size converter. I believe I got this from a pen that was made in India, and it's got this slide action filling system. This had an end on it that I cut off because I had to fit it into another pen. I don't remember which one it was. But it helps in this one too, because anything longer than that, and it just won't fit in the side of the pen body. But you can see that the nib unit comes right to the end of the section here. The section is brass, so it gives a tiny bit of weight there. It's pretty small though. It is a very smooth writer. It's made by Schmidt. Anyway, we'll get this filled up and see how it writes. And it's kind of unfair to use one of these chameleon inks, one of these multichromal inks in a fine point, but like I said, I'm getting kind of low on new pens that I bought this year that are cartridge converter fillers. And this should be fun, kind of fun. I mean, somebody suggested that I ink it up with kind of a bright electric pale blue, and those Star Wars geeks out there would understand why. But let's get this cleaned off a little bit. Just that little brass section. And to get it back into the pen body. And yes, it's a very bulky pen body. And this is more of a display piece, I would assume. But for some people, you know, it would be a pen that you would use and write with. So this is the Empire Sabers Ascension. How do you spell that? Yeah, could be wrong. It's got, I believe, a fine point on it. Not that it's marked. That's, oh, it. I said it was a Schmidt. It's not. It's just an IPG. Probably made in China nib, but it's functional and smooth. And again, this is an ink that has a lot of effects when you're swabbing it or using it in a broad pen. But in this, writing with it, it just comes across as slightly gray, with a hint of green to it. You would have, if you look up close, it does those effects that I was mentioning, where you have the two different colors and the shimmer comes through. But I think that if you're going to use this one, I would use it in, you know, something that will lay down more ink. And the ink is Diamine Wishing Tree from the Inkvent of 2024 for December 9. Nice. I like this one. I'm looking forward to using it in other pens and trying it out, like particularly with my Pilot Parallels. Anyway, I hope you have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow.